So today's shloka is the 19th shloka of chapter 5. Ihaivatarjitah sargo yesham samye sthitam manah nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthitah. Ihaivatarjitah sargo yesham samye sthitam manah nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthitah. Ihaivatarjitah sargo yesham samye sthitam manah nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthitah. Please recite after me. Ihaivatarjitah sargo
Ihaivatarjitah sargo
yesham samye sthitam manah
yesham samye sthitam manah
nirdosham hi samam brahma
nirdosham hi samam brahma
tasmad brahmani te sthitah.
tasmad brahmani te sthitah.
Ihaivatarjitah sargo
Ihaivatarjitah sargo
yesham samye sthitam manah
yesham samye sthitam manah
nirdosham hi samam brahma
nirdosham samam brahma
tasmad brahmani te sthitah.
tasmad brahmani te sthitah.
Once more. Ihaivatarjitah sargo yesham samye sthitam manah
Yesham samye sthitam manah
nirdosham hi samam brahma
nirdosham samam brahma
tasmad brahmani te sthitah.
tasmad brahmani te sthitah.
Word for word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Iha, in this life, eva, certainly, taihi, by them, jitaha, conquered, sargaha, birth and death, yesham, whose, samye, in equanimity, hitam, situated, manaha, mind, nirdosham, flawless, he, certainly, samam, in equanimity, brahma, like the Supreme, tasmat, therefore, brahmani, in the Supreme, they, hitaha, are situated. Translation: those whose minds are established in sameness
are established in sameness
and equanimity
and equanimity
have already conquered
have already conquered
the conditions of birth and death.
the
the
conditions of birth and death.
They are flawless like Brahman,
They are flawless like Brahman,
and thus they are already situated in Brahman.
and thus that they
and
are
thus
already
they are already
situated
situated in Brahman.
Yes. So yesterday's important shloka was that the vision of a wise person is that they see everything to be on the same platform. They do not discriminate in the sense that all of the jivatmas are spirit souls. They understand that the spirit soul is occupying different types of body because of their levels of consciousness that is influenced by the three material modes. Here, that same wise person, the Lord is talking about, that when they see everybody with impartial eyes, which means they see the soul and the super soul residing within every jivatma, they have already conquered the conditions of birth and death, which means they're already liberated. As we've discussed multiple times during our classes, the word moksha has many meanings. One of the meanings of the word moksha is to be free from dualities, is to be free from anxieties. So when you see everybody as being part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, then you understand that everybody is a spirit soul. They may be going through different types of experiences, different types of difficulties, different levels of consciousness, but ultimately they understand that everybody is suffering because of their past karmic reactions. The Lord says in the 15th chapter, Mame Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. The Lord says that everybody is part of me eternally. So, as a parent, sometimes you have to chastise the child. But the parent always loves the child, even when they are chastising the child. So when the child is being punished, it doesn't mean that the parent hates the child or is being partial in the wrong way. Similarly, when we undergo difficulties in life, it does not mean that the Lord has abandoned us. The Lord still loves us, as we said. That is why He's there with you as Paramatma. He wants you to turn towards Him. Yeah. So in the context of the three levels of realization, by the three different types of transcendentalists, you have the Brahmavadis, you have the Paramatmavadis, and then you have the Bhaktas. So what is the realization of the Brahmavadis? The Brahmavadis see that the Lord is pervading everything, that the Lord is everywhere. That's their realization. What about the Paramatmavadis? They see that the Lord is there in every Jivatma as Paramatma, simply impartially sanctioning their desires. Whereas the vision of the Bhakta is the most broadest and the most deepest and the most complete understanding. How does the Bhakta see things? The Bhakta sees that the Lord has a hand in everything. And even if they are undergoing difficulties in life, the Bhakta understands and accepts everything is the mercy of the Lord. So there is a difference in the levels of consciousness and realizations between the Brahmavadi, the Paramatmavadi, and the Bhakta. The Bhakta simply accepts everything as the mercy of the Lord, including apparently difficult times that we may face. Why? because they know that the Lord has the best in mind for us, and that the Lord has a better plan for us, which will only become visible sometime in the future. And then we can connect the dots and understand in the future that, okay, these things happened to me because I had to learn a few things. I had to become a better human being. So here the Lord is saying, when you reach that stature of seeing everything as equal, in the sense that the soul is Satchidananda, the super soul is also Satchidananda, that the soul is part and parcel of Bhagavan. They are flawless like Brahman. Here the word Brahman refers to Bhagavan. It is not referencing the Brahma Jyoti. So we are like the Supreme Lord in the sense that we have acquired the quality of not having attachment or aversion, not having likes and dislikes. So when we are situated in this kind of duality, it creates a lot of conflict and tension and anxiety for us. Once we let go of that duality of likes and dislikes, attachment and aversion, then we become flawless like the Supreme Lord. And thus they are already situated in Brahman, meaning they are already liberated. Even in this material world, they are already liberated. So such souls who have achieved this level of realization are completely free from dualities, and hence they are considered to be liberated, situated in Brahman, as good as the Supreme Lord.